The AFC South. So I think.
There's a history in this league of
Brought him up.
That's an example.
So
didn't want to
finish
make him the
this.
subject.
For those who believe, for those who are ready.
You have no idea what song
I
it is.
have no idea what song it is.
It's a hot song right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on another episode of the Doug Sarava Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. So before we get started into our topics of conversation, I would like to get started on January 20th, 2025, a day that will live on forever. The Ohio State Buckeyes are national champions. Shout out to Dan Placco and all the haters. So, Ohio State Buckeyes, national champions, baby.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, you thought I was going political?
That's what I thought, but I mean, I'll keep it. That's fine.
Well, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me so well. That's
Yeah.
why you thought I was going that
That's
way.
why I started laughing, because I'm like, oh, he's about to go. He's about to go college football. He's about to go political on me.
It happened on the same day.
It's weird.
You know, the whole new playoff, because I think the college
It
football.
pushes it.
Yeah, normally I think it's
New
like
Year's Eve. It's New
like
Year's Eve. New Year's.
the day after New Year.
No,
whatever.
it's New Year. It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, because the whole from one game to the 14 playoff to the 12-team playoff.
I wish I liked
everything
that more
changes.
because it pushes it more and everything.
Yeah, kind of like how the Super Bowl falls on
Yeah, because that's like their Super Bowl.
the second week of the third week of February now, rather than the second week. I'm not sure
It's
of
like
the whole schedule
it's the first.
because it used to be on a certain Sunday,
Well,
but now that they gave
no.
the extra week,
Yeah, it's like it's always the first. It's the first. It's the first Sunday.
it is the first Sunday.
It's the
this
first
year?
Sunday, yeah, because it's the first. No,
So-
actually, no, I lied. You're right. Second Sunday, the way it's all set up and everything.
Yeah, but it used to be the first
Yes.
Sunday, right?
Well, it'll always be into January or into February, because it did land on my birthday a couple times
Yeah,
before they pushed more games onto it.
yeah,
They,
because
they added more games.
yeah, the 16 to 17. They could be talking about 18. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it was 16, and then then they added because it used to be two teams that would have the bye week, and then
yeah, they
two teams versus the other two teams. Like
they
two
changed
and-
everything around.
Yeah, which they could be better because it's more football, but
So I think it's a tradition for this show. It seems like every year this time I struggle with my asthma, so we'll get through it.
yeah, you'd be fine.
But let's talk about I want to talk about the Ravens because I had them in my pool, and I felt like they could have won that game, but it feels like Buffalo is just on a mission with Josh Allen this year.
You could say that, but it's also the mistakes
Yeah,
by Baltimore.
they could have tied it.
The interception that shouldn't have been thrown because Matt Milano pressured him. He should have honestly threw it away, but he didn't. He threw it out and Rapp intercepted it. The fumble where it was already up in the air, and then he tried to recover it, and then DeMar Hamlin, which I'm going to say this before we get more into that. We shit on DeMar Hamlin a lot, but in these last playoff games, like the last two playoff games, he's been playing phenomenal.
He's been playing good football.
He's been playing really good, and we're shitting on him. He's been every time you hear something the play, it's always DeMar Hamlin's name most of the time. He's making play after play. So he's definitely showing he's a good decent football player.
Yeah, we were talking last year. Oh, he should not be comeback player of the year, this or that. But
No.
he's been playing good
Yeah,
football,
he's been playing phenomenal.
and I think he is a nominee this year
I don't think he's gonna get it.
I don't think he's
because
gonna get
there's
it
too
either.
many- There's two players.
because you have Darnold and Burrow. But
Yeah, but who knows? Because it's who had a better year? I mean, you could say Burrow had a better year, but also Sam Darnold also had a fantastic year. And then he went to the playoffs.
and I do have a disagreement for Sam Darnold to get it, and we could actually have that as our topic of
We could
conversation
talk about
later.
that. Yeah, our discussion.
because I think someone else said it too. But
Well, we'll
I,
save that for our other.
I have a good point for why he should not get it.
No, we'll see.
But yeah, Mark and Andrews dropped that ball. They could have won, but
But
it's the same story year in year
I would
out.
say no, just because you gave Josh Allen a minute and a half to go get a field goal. That is my only If it was like 20 seconds left, all right, overtime, you have the hot hand, you're going to win that game.
Yeah.
But you're giving Josh Allen a minute and a half to go score a field goal or get in that range. I think they still would have lost that game.
Yeah, I think so too. There was so many opportunities for them, realistically.
Yeah, and
There was a lot.
and they screwed it up. Like they were moving the ball a lot in the second half.
Uh-huh.
And even Lamar Jackson, he's tired of this crap. I don't know what he said, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's tired of it, and it's not for him to be fault about, but it's also his fault too. He caused an interception. He caused one of the fumbles.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could play great, but at the same time, you don't have that top person that you could go like right to into the out route and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like Derrick Henry is not a receiving back. That's when in those plays you should always have Justice Hill in that, but he didn't. They rely on Derrick Henry way too much, and it's not a bad thing. I'm saying, but I think if you're in those type of plays where you're like in the end zone, it should be Justice because he's a better receiving back than Derrick Henry is. Like Derrick Henry's a pure running back and just runs the ball constantly. He's not really a big receiving back, and we all know this.
Yeah.
And it totally has 800 yards for his whole career. So what's that tell you? Like he's more dominant running back.
I don't know. Maybe it's a team as a whole that they can't win under pressure.
But is it more of Lamar Jackson? Is it more of John Harbaugh? Or is it because of something else?
I don't know.
Because it's the same thing with Pittsburgh.
It's the same story year in, year out.
But the same thing with Pittsburgh. Yeah, they head coach gets to a 500 record and can't make it doesn't do good in the playoffs. But so does John Harbaugh. Why are we talking about that more?
Yeah, why? I know we all hate the Steelers, but no one's talking about the Ravens.
Yeah, like they also have
They have. When was his last big playoff win, realistically?
2012 when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That was like because that's the last time they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they went to AFC Championship last year, but you also played division round. Who'd you play? You played Houston, that was not ready for you guys. Like even this year, they're not ready for. Like they weren't ready this year.
But they did get a questionable call against Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, that whole
They did miss everyone talks about the calls, but they did miss a few field goals,
Yeah,
few extra points. They could have won, but they played poorly.
they played poorly.
Besides the favoritism, the
Yeah.
officiating,
Minus the flags and everything.
forget all that. They played poorly.
They played
They
poorly.
did play poorly.
So then, if anything, they're not gonna. And that's the thing. This time around, going against Buffalo, you're not gonna have that.
Yeah, I
They're
think
not
this is going to be a mismatch for Kansas City, and I do think Buffalo comes out on top.
I think so too.
But you can't discredit Patrick
I
Mahomes
won't discredit him because
he is one of the best quarterbacks
yes,
of our
but
generation.
if you could eliminate like some of the passing and keep him enclosed, like you did, like you got to do the same thing like you did with Lamar Jackson. Eliminate the run and eliminate the options.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you do that, and then you get Josh Allen rolling, because I don't think Kansas City defensively can stop Josh Allen. And especially their defense is a lot better when they played that time. Matt Milano was back there. Ed Oliver's back there. Von Miller didn't play in that game. That whole defense
right.
is different. And that's why I even said to you, like everybody said, oh, they beat the Ravens beat Buffalo in week 4, whatever it was. They didn't have their best defensive players playing that game. Now look what happened. They eliminated Derrick Henry. They eliminated some of the runs from Lamar Jackson and everything. They got the ball, interceptions and fumbles. That's what you have to stop them. That's how you do it. That's how you take care of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
With Pat Mahomes, he's going to pass the ball a lot more. They ain't going to run it as much. They're going to pass a lot.
I agree.
So,
I think Buffalo's going to win this game. I truly do, but I won't be surprised.
I won't discredit. Yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised if the Chiefs somehow find a way.
Yeah, and then, that's why I think Buffalo's sure way to win is just to put the points on their heads. Because then let them cause mistakes and you just stay cool. Like the Baltimore game, there was no stupid plays. There was no they didn't play bad. They played a great game. They played a flawless game. Josh Allen played great. He did what he had to do, and then the defense played a flawless game as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, I think they have the edge, but who knows?
Yeah,
it's Kansas City. I will never discredit Kansas City.
Yeah, I think Kansas City finds a way, But the way things are going this year, I think it's Buffalo's year.
I think Buffalo has the more momentum.
Yeah, it's Buffalo's year, I think.
Yeah, they're more like the better hot team and everything. I don't.
Yeah.
Kansas City went into there like, yeah, they're 15-2, but at the same time, look at their strength schedule. Come on,
Yeah.
they always have a. But that's why they
Like I've been saying, the luckiest 15-2 win.
exactly because if you look at it, they're the 15-2 team that haven't scored 30 points.
Yeah.
The two other teams that didn't do it, the Raiders and Patriots.
Giants did it once.
Yeah, Giants are the ones against Seattle, I want to say.
Yeah, Seattle, and then they put up 45 miraculously against the Colts.
Yes, I do remember that. So, yeah. So, they haven't put 30 points. They came close, but didn't do it. So, I don't know. But how about we get into the Washington team? The Commanders. I'll give you credit. You
Yeah,
called it.
I did.
You called it. That's the one
watch
call.
out for Jaden Daniels. But we're going to talk about it after this quick commercial break. So Dougie could catch his breath.
Yeah.
But to go and like react from a fiscal standpoint and from a civil rights standpoint to close everything, I find it hard to get behind.
Democrats. Thanks to Democrats. Thanks to the Democrats, by the way.
Nancy Pelosi should not be 84 years old and still be sitting as the House Speaker.
Like an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Actually, like, can get in there and, like, do things, like Donald Trump Jr., like,
Puerto Rican. You're Latino.
I'm an American.
I would like Ivanka to run.
yeah, or Tulsi Gabbard. She's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the Doug Sarava Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. All right, so let's talk about this Washington Commanders team, because I think they're on a hot streak right now. They're playing good football. And, a lot of people are going to say that it's Dan Quinn's team. I feel like Jaden Daniels is just on a whole other level because the receivers have been there. You've had Scary Terry.
There you go.
You've had Crowder. I think he's still on the team.
Yes, Jameson Crowder.
You've had the same pieces in place with different quarterbacks, and they've won 4 games. You got Jaden Daniels, and they're 1 win away from the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I am loving it.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like they're that underdog, and it's going to excite us. And, of course, I do not want to see a division rival go to the Super Bowl
Well, one of them
and win it.
One of them are going to go.
But Washington, they're over there. The Eagles, I do not want to see the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. So, Washington it is. It's just a good story. No, imagine that storybook run from 4 wins to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I think that also does go to Dan Quinn because
it does. You got to give him credit.
He changed that. He's a defensive head coach.
Got to give him credit.
That defense is playing a lot better than anything. They are playing so good right now. But Philly's defense is a lot better.
And it is in Philly.
And it's in Philly. And then, because we could say this for the last time. What happened last time when they played?
I think they lost.
Philly did, but what was the reason why? Jalen Hurts wasn't playing that game.
That's right.
Jalen Hurts got hurt in the first quarter.
That's right.
So,
but
if you're telling me
they're hot,
they're hot.
Washington is hot,
but so is Philly.
They had easy matchups. Green Bay, a lot of guys were hurt.
No, defense.
The Rams played inconsistently.
No, the Rams
were inconsistent.
The Green Bay defensively was stopping them.
And it was in a snowy game.
Was stopping them, and it was stopping Barkley. The defense for Green Bay was playing fantastic. It was
but
the offense.
Receivers had no one.
The offense. But then you see the Rams. Rams defensively played great, but what they did wrong was they let 3 big runs happen.
Yeah. So
2 with Barkley, 1 with Hurts.
I think Washington's going to be a lot different. Having Bobby Wagner makes a difference. They're a good team. I think Washington could win, but I'm not going to be surprised if Philly wins.
No,
Now, if Philly wins and it's a Philly KC Super Bowl or Philly Buffalo, I'm rooting for the AFC. Now, if it's Washington KC, I'm rooting for Washington. If it's Buffalo Washington, I'd be happy with either way.
If it's KC and Philly, I think I'm going for Philly because I think Jalen Hurts gets his revenge.
I think so too, but I do not want to. I don't want to.
They are a way better team than they were that Super Bowl team.
They were.
Especially they have one game changer, and I don't know if Kansas City stops them. And I want to go on a rant if I can, for a minute.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So
Save my breath.
This is there you go. This is all to the Giants fans and the Giants organization. No, I'm not saying no offense to you, and you're a Giants fan, but how stupid are we as Giants fans and the general manager and the whole organization to let a talent like Saquon Barkley go and now look at him? He is 1 win away. He's the difference maker of that team. Pure difference maker of that team. And you let him walk to a better and a rival organization that they're always top 10 in the offense. Why? Because the offense line is so fantastic. And we thought, oh, Jason Kelsey's gone. It's going to be a little different. Nope. Didn't miss a goddamn beat.
Yeah.
And then you add Saquon.
I'm not mad at Barkley.
No, I'm mad at
I'm mad at ownership. I'm mad at the front office for being so stupid.
Yes, and why?
Why did you let him walk? And
then you let Daniel Jones walk.
And if you watched the Hard Knocks of the Giants, you see his son laying over there on the couch. We don't have a camera guy to move the couch. You got Joe saying, all right, give me a name. Who do you want? The son turns around and says, Jaden Daniels. You only get the job once. Why not try and trade down for him? They probably weren't going to trade that pick.
I would have.
But still, imagine if Jaden Daniels was the Giants quarterback. It wouldn't have made that big of a difference.
But we
would have been a lot better, and we probably would have kept Barkley.
Yeah.
Knowing, hey, my quarterback is Jaden Daniels. My quarterback is not Daniel Jones.
Or not even that. J.J. McCarthy. Because I understand you wouldn't have no Malik Neighbors, but that's fine. I would rather, because even when they went the playoff run with Daniel Jones, excuse me, they still had Barkley that was playing out of his mind, and it was healthy.
So, and everyone's saying, oh, what type of Giant fan are you if you root for Barkley? He did not leave us. People do not understand.
He got ran out.
Barkley did not leave the New York Giants. They basically told him, all right, go test your value. You have Joe Shane or Sean, however you want to say his name.
Just
say, oh, the guy's no one's going to want to pay a $12 million running back. We have a $40 million quarterback. It is his year to shine. This is Daniel Jones's year. So basically, you said, Barkley, you're done. Enjoy your free agency. Enjoy the rest of your career. I do not want to see the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. I do not. But I would love to see Barkley hoist that to give FU to the Giants organization because they have been a mess since they won a Super Bowl.
They failed him. They failed him because his first year, fantastic, rookie of the year. After that, they failed. They didn't do anything for the offensive line. They had quarterback woes. And then, Daniel Jones is our problem is over. No, he is not. Everybody questioned that pick.
Uh-huh.
And then you still had a top 10 running back. And now look at him. His first year.
Yes.
His first year as an Eagle. He's at the NFC Championship game. And he's playing on a whole new level.
Trust me. I hate the fact that he's an Eagle. I lost little respect for him for putting on that uniform. It's like Brodeur going from the Devils to the Flyers, or if Elias went from the Devils to the Rangers. Yes, you're going to have hatred for him wearing a rival jersey.
But you understand it.
But at the same time, I want him to give the middle finger to the ownership, to the organization.
Yeah.
Because they screwed up on Barkley.
They failed him. And you know what? I give applause to Barkley because he knew his worth. He knew how dangerous he was when he's healthy. Phil was like, all right, come on board. Here's your offensive line. He knew he had his first game. He broke 2 touchdowns. JT was on a whole new
Mhm.
level, and I am shocked that he's not going to win MVP because he is the difference maker of that team. He is the difference maker. Yes, you could go.
I say 70-30. They still have a good team.
Yes, but he made that team better.
He made them better, but with
'Cause
or without
look
him,
what
they're good.
Hold on, let's look at the year before when they went 10-3. What happened after that?
They collapsed.
Exactly. They didn't collapse because they had a great running game. They had a great, and their defense is top 10, maybe top 5
I
this year.
agree.
So that's why they're dangerous this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when we're gonna watch that game with Commanders and Philly, I wouldn't be shocked if Philly just puts a show on and beats them, like soundly. But I'm not going to discredit Commanders because they are having a fantastic year.
You could put up 45 against the Lions, beat the 15-2 best team.
But I think it was Goff that had a horrible game. And I don't know why, but that's on him.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get that with Philly. That defense is not going to let you go do all that kind of trouble with Daniel Jones. They'll keep him in check. Can you stop Barkley and Hurts? That's the problem.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
That's what's going to happen. Can you stop them too? But for Barkley to be that guy and to be like, "Hey Giants, look what happened when you let me go. I'm the best in the world."
Yeah.
And you thought this guy would be great. You're gonna suck for the next couple of years while I'm going to win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to say this. If Kansas City goes to the Super Bowl and they play Philly, I'm rooting for Philly. If Buffalo plays Philly, I'm rooting for Buffalo. But if the Commanders go to the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for Buffalo. I'll still root for Commanders if KC goes, but I don't want KC to go.
Yeah, I don't want them either.
But
I think it's going to be. I think it's Buffalo and Philly. That's what I'm thinking. Buffalo, Philly.
I think so too, because that'd be a great matchup. Honestly,
I think it's Buffalo, Philly, and Josh Allen's going to win it.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game, honestly. That's a better game than Kansas City. Who wants to see a rematch of that game? I don't.
And the best part about that is in our brackets, no one picked Buffalo to go to the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't meant the
beginning.
Yes,
the beginning.
We had Miami.
None of us picked Buffalo.
And you know what? That's our fault because we should have saw Josh Allen was going to be.
No one picked Buffalo.
No, and you know what? I was thinking about it, but I was like doing like a safe bet. So maybe next year it'll be a little different. We'll see.
Yeah, it will be a little bit different.
Because honestly,
none of us picked Buffalo.
Because honestly, if you think about it, there's going to be teams that are like wanting to go somewhere that might go to Buffalo because they're going to be a dangerous team again.
Yeah,
because they still have young players on that team and everything.
No one picked Buffalo.
No, and that's our fault. But like in our
Super Bowl bracket, you did pick Buffalo.
I picked Buffalo winning, but I didn't pick Philly, which that's a shocker and everything. So that's why like you're the loser of our bracket because you can't get any more points.
Neither can Jonathan.
Yeah, but Jonathan has more points than you.
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem. If you two were tied, maybe it would have been like, all right, then both of you got to pay for like the winners. Yeah.
You guys gotta.
Because here's the thing: if Commanders beat Philly,
you basically won.
I need Buffalo to win. Because if they both lose, then me and Dave both tie. So then, but then if Philly and Buffalo both go, one of us is going to win.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But no, that's why it is Buffalo's time. I think Buffalo they were under fire last year because they were a good team, but they couldn't get it done. And then this year, no one had them because they thought they had defensive woes and their offense was not going to be that great. You had Shakir that was showing flashes, and he still is a good receiver and everything. But then who else did you have? Josh Allen has proven I don't need nobody else. I could do it all myself.
Yeah.
And he's proven
that's MVP.
That's your MVP. Lamar.
That's what MVP is, basically.
I know
he's proved it.
I know he had great numbers, Lamar did, but you also had Derrick Henry. You had Derrick Henry to put up 1,900 yards. So that's the reason why I don't think he gets it. And it's no offense to Lamar. Lamar is a fantastic player. But when he gets into the playoffs, it's just...
Like I said a few minutes ago, he's Peyton Manning. He's the Peyton Manning of today's era.
Yeah, but after... This is the thing, though. Like, he went 0-3 against Brady, and then he finally won one, and he went to the Super Bowl. Look at Josh Allen. He's 0-3 against Mahomes. We might see a repeat of history.
Yeah.
But I think here's the thing, though. I think if Josh Allen can get over that hump, he goes win a Super Bowl. Like I said, players are gonna want to go to that team.
Yeah.
Because they could go on a run again and be because the Jets are gonna be in a downhill.
Yes, they are.
They're gonna be a down because they're good unless they go get a receiver. It depends what quarterback they go get this year. Either they draft one or they go get one. Now who knows who they get?
Yeah, time will tell.
Patriots, I think they're
close.
They're close, but they're
not there yet.
a couple years. Give them a couple years before they're even in that conversation.
Maybe 2 or 3.
And then Miami's like, I don't know. They're like a wild card.
Oh, Miami's a joke. Sorry, Nicole.
Yeah, go say that to her face. She would be like, anyway.
No, I have. I've told her.
Yeah, but I know she won't hit nobody or anything unless you really pissed her off. But no,
She knows her team's a laughing stock.
But is it because of Tua or is it because of the coaching?
I don't know. Maybe it's because Dave Fisher hates him.
Dave Fisher doesn't even care though.
That's the point.
Like he doesn't even
I don't know.
care.
It could be either. I don't know.
You don't care about sports.
It could be either or. Honestly,
Yeah, you don't
I don't
care
know.
about sports or anything. That's how Dave.
I don't know.
Fisher is.
Tua keeps getting hurt, so it's like, is he holding them back? I don't know.
But I think it's also like the head coach because he's like, I don't know what he's doing. Honestly. Like he has a great.
He's like the uncle or the son that takes over the family business when the father's gone.
Yeah, and I kind of like ruins it. If you think
I
about
don't
it.
know.
Like he's like not showing that he's like a.
They're inconsistent, so who
Yeah.
knows? I can't tell you why they're bad.
He is very inconsistent, and that's like bad for them. Like they should be a top team. Like they have the offense to do it. They have the best. Like they're ruining Tyreek's like legacy. Honestly.
Yeah, well, Tyreek quit.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go somewhere else. He wants to be traded.
Tyreek's on the way out.
Oh my God! I just thought of this. Imagine he goes to Buffalo.
Hey,
That team would be phenomenal if they get Buffalo.
Yo.
Because think of it, you have Tyreek, Shakir, and Amari Cooper. Get out of here. That team,
Yeah.
that offense would be fantastic.
And everyone was saying I was an idiot for not taking Tyreek Hill in the draft. Meanwhile, he's out the door.
Well, no, that was the year before when we did our draft.
No, I know, but I was
You
smart. I think I was smart for taking Waddle.
No, you weren't because he was a top 5 receiver that year. You took Chip.
All right, things happen.
Does not happen. You
Things
have a
happen.
chance to get Tyreek Hill, and it's like, nope, I go for his second guy. I'll go for Waddle.
Things happen.
It does not happen. It's just like this year you went with freaking Kittle. I
took Barkley.
But your second pick,
I did take Barkley.
But don't matter. This is how I always tell you how you're going to draft. You draft the best player
Okay, Barkley.
that is available. Yes, and I gave you shit for it, and I'm sorry about that. I'll give you credit where credit's due. Your second pick, why would you grab a tight end?
I don't know. I thought George Kittle was going to have a breakout year.
No.
I was wrong. I fucked up.
No, you did screw up. But no, but you could have went
Back-to-back losers.
You should have went with a receiver that you could have went with, and then later down the line pick up a tight end.
I could have.
Like it's your especially like with me. I had a 4th round pick. Guess who I choose?
Debo.
I didn't have Debo this year. I picked up Josh Allen, my 5th pick.
Oh, you did?
I picked up Josh Allen. Look what he did for me. He played fantastic. You gave me Barkley, and I almost won.
Yeah, I was rebuilt.
You can't rebuild towards the end of the season. And you lost.
I know.
You're
I
the
still
ultimate
lost.
loser.
I'm the loser.
So and we still got to figure out a punishment for you, which I don't know if we'll do it. I'm still trying to figure it out because we're it's like it
Is
was
it gonna be videoed?
Well, I gotta video it. There's a lot of talks of like different things we want to do to you, but we don't know.
Like what?
Do you want to know?
Yeah, let's hear one. Is it gonna go viral?
It could. I don't think you're gonna do it, but you're gonna
What
have to.
What do I got? Go to Molly's with like a stuffed animal or something?
Molly's, no.
Yeah, a local bar.
I mean, we could say you gotta wear a dress and go there,
And embarrass myself.
Mhm.
Nice. That'd be funny.
That
That
would
would be
be-
embarrassing.
but you have to do it. It's your punishment.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
have to.
I'm not on an Impractical Joker TV show.
But it doesn't matter. You lost the bet, and you have to do it. I would have to do it if you would have done that.
Oh, that would be funny if you did it.
Yeah, but you have to do it now because I don't have to. I play well in fantasy. I don't do stupid shit like you do.
Okay. So this has been the Doug Strabo Show, which is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models. The role models you may not want, but you may just need.
I got a question before we go.
Ask me after this quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Okay.